We're here with Redd Volkaert. This is Chiho Hahn, and we're happy to have him here in the factory in Suffern, New York. And Redd's been playing the Hahn guitar for a couple of years, right? On and off.
Yeah, you bet.
And I guess just maybe the first question is, what do you find attractive of it? What do you like about it?
Well, of the one that I have, the Red Sparkle one, is, as you know yourself, we went through a whole bunch of dancing. You'd asked me about if I was interested in getting a guitar, and I was like, nah, I got enough guitars, I don't want anything, and it probably wouldn't be what I would like, and I wouldn't be happy with it, and it wouldn't be any good, and you'd waste all your time and energy building a guitar that I wouldn't be happy with.
Well, you're very negative. You're a very negative person.
Right. Yeah, it's a gift, I find. So anyway, I kept blowing you off and blowing you off after a couple of years of coming up and playing, and then you brought a couple of these guitars for me to try, and I was like, holy shit, are they ever good? Can I say that on video?
No.
Are they ever good?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, then I was like, wow, maybe he could build me something I want. And then, of course, I gave you my picky, whiny bastard list of all the stuff I wanted and, you know, certain criteria, certain thickness of the neck and the radius, kind of frets, the weight, all the stuff. And then you made that Red Sparkle guitar, and that was spot on, right out of the box. Didn't have to do anything to it.
That neck was that was cured for about a year. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that lacquer was on for like a year.
And I said to you several times about that. Something, I don't know what, I don't know enough about it, but something about that to me, that particular guitar neck reminds me of a really old neck in that with the nitro on it. Newer ones, as a rule, feel not gummy, but a little bit kind of sticky-ish a little bit, where this one right from day one felt like it was like glass. It was a really hard, smooth, and if I played all night sweating like I do like crazy, usually it kind of slows me down, it gets a little gummy or funk gets on there and builds up or whatever. For some reason on that neck it never ever does. And I guess maybe it's because it's cured so long and it's so hard. So the finish was like, oh, on the neck, unlike any other I've ever had. Of course, all the other stuff was spot on. I'd asked for a certain weight, certain width, thickness here, certain radius. Everything was dead on the money. Action was great, right out of the box. I didn't touch the pickup heights, nothing. So setup-wise, holy cow, right from the get-go, which, you know, I don't know if you might have picked up the guitar that I was playing at the time and went, oh yeah, he's one of those, and knew how to set it up, regardless.
Your setup is, to me, sort of it's very different because you have a very light body, high action, and heavy strength.
Which lots of guys don't like playing my guitars. I can't get them to sit in
Yeah.
because of that. Oh, it plays like a dobro. But listen to it.
Yeah, well, it's the way, obviously, it's the way you play it because, you know, if I played when I was testing your guitar,
Right.
when I played it, it wasn't generating enough energy to get a good tone. You know, for the way because I
Right,
I
a
don't
lighter
have-
touch.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I play like a farmer. I hit the thing with a hammer, and that's my style, you know. Thank you. But yeah, everybody's different. Luckily, we're all different, so we have a different approach, and I think that's awesome that you could see that in somebody's playing or what they want or whatever their technique, that for you it wasn't working, but you knew for me from checking my guitars out that it needed to be a certain way so that I can pound on them the way I do and get what I need out of it. And it worked that way right from day one, and I haven't changed anything on it other than the strings.
Well, that's what I was going to mention in a sort of self-congratulatory way. But when you said you never touched the height adjustment, you didn't touch anything.
Nothing at all. I didn't have to recut the nut, which I have to do on everything.
Saddle height or
Nothing.
height?
Spot on. The rake, the arc, the radius of the saddles. Lots of guys don't do that, or shops, or other companies. I don't think. Some do. I'm sure they do. But from my experience, there I do it again. My experience, they usually just set them flat. This is exactly to the same radius as the fingerboard, which to me makes the sound difference of when they're flat, the D and the G string are lower. They're flat across here, but the board has a curve to it. So that means when the D and G are flat, they're lower and closer to the fingerboard, which means the string doesn't get to vibrate and ring so much, which is another reason I have high action, is so that they can vibrate and ring, and I get more sustain out of it by lasts a long time. Where if it's really close to the fingerboard, the string doesn't get to ring as long or vibrate as much, so then its life isn't as long. So I'll have these two strings will ring great, these two will be really good, and these two will suck, and I'll go, why is that? And all I have to do is raise the bridge up. You're into that, you know about that, obviously you did that. All these guitars have that same approach, so wow, it's a wonderful thing, and what a difference it does make, you know.
Well, it's been great, Red, and I guess we're going to try to make a new guitar now, coming up.
You bet.
We're going to do a root beer spark.
Don't tell everybody. They'll be copying me.
Yeah. So we look forward to that. And anyway, thanks so much for all the support. You're the best. I can't thank you enough.
No, thank you.